Hello, my name is Ben Gutscher. I am a lecturer of English for academic purposes at Duke Kunshan University, a faculty fellow with the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge, and an Excel Esports player myself. And today we are going to walk through the 2026 MECC Speed Challenge. This was a part of regionals in the 2026 season, and it's really interesting because it's a different case style, not the same, normal like 7 levels, 5 bonuses that we normally see, but it provides a new and interesting challenge. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to get through this challenge. Now, speed is the key for this one, but I'm going to be worried about helping you get through it. So my speed may not be the fastest, but follow along with me and let me show you how to get through all of the steps here. Get to it. And in the arcade tab, we're going to delete all the save icons to open the next tab. Right. So in order to delete them all, I'm just going to do it all in one step to select them all. So I'm going to do Control F, and I am going to find this save icon right there. So I'm going to put that in my find what field. I'm going to click on find all. And what that will do is that will give me a list of all 14 spots where this cell is found. Now, the neat trick with that is you can actually select all of these at the same time, which will select all of these in the sheet. What I did was I just did Control A in this window, and you can see that they're all selected in my Excel sheet. From here, I can just go ahead and delete that save icon. And to apply this to all of the cells that are selected, I'm going to hold Control and press Enter. That will take this and apply it to the entire sheet. Now all the save icons are deleted. We're finished with this tab. Let's go to the next challenge. Math 101. Add 10 to every number in the box. Your answers should overwrite the existing values. Right. So the way I'm going to do this is there is a really neat function in Excel where you can just paste in many different styles. Now the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to copy this cell here. I'm going to do Control Alt V. And what that's going to do is that's going to pull up this paste special dialog window. And there's all kinds of things that we can do. One of them includes this operation to add. Oh, I got to select these cells first. My apologies. Let me select the cells first. Now let me click add. And now when I hit OK, this should add that 10 to all the cells that I've highlighted. Let's take a look. There we go. That challenge is complete. Let's take a look at the next one. Copy the values from the box on the Math 101 tab and place them into box B. Okay, pretty easy. We could just copy all of that and put them into box B just like that. In box C, add the individual values in box A to the individual values in box B. For example, the top left value in box A plus the top left value in box B should be the top left corner of box C. All right, so to do that, we can simply add this entire array plus this entire array. My formatting is gone, but that's okay. I'm going to hit enter, and now we get our next step. In box D, multiply the individual values in box B by the individual values in box C. All right, so we are going to take all of these values in box B, multiply by all these values in box C, just like that. Cut the values in box D and paste them in box E. All right, well, to cut, I'm going to highlight all this, Control X, and put them into box E, Control V. Oh no, a ref error. You pasted over cells that were being used by a formula in box F, cell N12. Restore the formula in N12 by referencing the cells in block E. The formula rounds each value block E to the nearest 1,000. All right, well, let's take a look at the formula. This is now the ref error that we get because we overwrote the cell that it was originally referring to. So I'm just going to replace that with all of these cells in block E. Hit enter. Now all of these challenges are complete. Let's take a look at the next one. Fill in the calendar dates for the 16 weeks beginning on April 12th, 2026. All right, so for this one, I'm going to show you a neat little trick to do all-in-one formula. And the way to do that is this is going to be April 12th. That's what's going to be Sunday, right? So we're going to put date 2026 for 12, for April 12th. Now, what we can do is we can continue adding numbers or adding days to let this fill out the entire calendar. So the way I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sequence. And the sequence is basically, I want to count from all the numbers in this calendar starting at 0. And I'm going to explain that in a moment here. So to figure out how many cells we have this calendar, we can just take the number of rows within this calendar and multiply the number of columns within this calendar. This is what, 16 rows and 7 columns. So we're going to get 112 days, I believe, something like that. Actually, I could just highlight this and find out. Ooh, mental math is good. Right, so that's going to give us numbers from 1 to 112. But if we start at 1, then this is actually going to start on April 13th because we're adding the 1. So I'm going to set the start value of my sequence to 0. So that way we start on the correct date. Now, one last thing we're going to do is when I do this formula, it's going to go all the way down. Our sequence formula goes down, but I wanted to fill it within the calendar just like this. So to do that, I'm going to wrap this in rows. So I'm going to use wrap rows. And the way I like to think about it is wrap this information or this formula into rows of 7. Let's go ahead and hit enter and see how that comes out. There you go. That's how we make our calendar. Let's go to the next challenge. Using the given dates, extract the required data in each blank column. See headers for details. Right, so we have a header for the full name of the weekday and a header of the full name of the month. Now, the way to do this is we can use the text function to take out the key information into the format that we want. So to do this, I'm going to do text of this entire column, and the format to pull out the weekday is 4 Ds. First one being capital, D, 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 just like that. That's going to pull out the full weekday. If I had 3 Ds, I think it would only pull out an abbreviation. We want the full name, right? So I hit enter, that's going to bring out the full name of all the weekdays. We can do the same thing for month. While I type this, what do you think the format is going to be? We're going to do text there, and the format will be 4 M's, starting with a capital M, just like that. That's how you get the full name of the month. All these challenges are complete. And we just completed this entire worksheet in just over 6 minutes. Not bad. How did you do with this worksheet? I hope you had a great time with it. Hope you did well. And I look forward to seeing you for my next video.